Thank you. Glad to be back for the second half of the show. I've just got a couple of stories to tell you, then we'll get back to some of this good music. I've got to tell you all about a real tragic thing that happened here at Nacogdoches a few years ago. It involves several of my friends who happen to be in the audience out here tonight. My friend over here, Harold Stansel, he owns Ed's Muffler Break, Smoked Turkey, and Income Tax Service over on University Drive. Has a machine in there where he cuts these pipes. It's like a real powerful saw. You can actually cut a piece of metal into when he's working on these mufflers and everything. And he's had several people work for him over the years over there. And a couple of them are here tonight that got injured working for him over there. Well, the first one is my friend James Aston. He's sitting right over here in the corner with the lady that went to the restroom a little bit earlier. James was working down there for Harold, and he got his finger in that saw, and it cut his finger off. Well, my office used to be right next door over there at University Drive, and Harold called me all upset. He couldn't figure out how to dial 911. He couldn't find the 11 on the phone. But anyway, I ran over there, and I when I was in the service, I took a little bit of first aid, so I took that man's finger, James's finger, and I put it in a little Ziploc bag full of ice. We went down to the emergency room, and two of my good buddies happened to be on duty, and they are here tonight. Dr. James Redfield, right over here. Give James a big hand. And my other good buddy, Aaron Pope, over there. Yeah. They do a lot of good work and save a lot of folks' lives over the years. But anyway, I ran in there, and they said, "What in the world's happened, Willie P?" And I said, "Well, this my buddy James out here, I got him right here with me. He was crying, jumping up and down. I said, I got his finger here in this bag. Can you put the finger back on him?" And Jimmy said, "Oh yeah, there ain't nothing to that. I mean, I just finished some real serious operations. There ain't nothing to putting the finger back on." So he put it back on, and I ran into James. It wasn't about 2 or 3 weeks later, and I said, "You doing all right with that finger?" He said, "Oh yeah." He said, "I've been taking target practice with my left hand. That finger works great." Well, it rocked on a little bit later, and there's another fellow working there named Jimmy Adams. He's sitting right over here right now. He got his hand cut off. I rushed in, he put his hand in one of them, I guess about a quart size. He got little hands. One of them bags, put it in a little ice chest. Rushed him down to the hospital, and Jimmy and Aaron were on duty again. They said, "Man, what's going on? You're going to have to talk to old Harold about his safety precautions down there." And I said, "Well, I'm talking to him about it. Can you help my buddy?" He said, "Yeah." So Jimmy kept him in there about, 2 or 3 hours, put his hand back on. Next time I saw old Jimmy, he was out there fishing on Sam Raven using that hand. Wasn't having any trouble with it at all. And then, about 2 weeks after that, Ben Chris, we call him Lightning because he walks so fast. He was working down there part-time for Harold, and doggone if he didn't slip and cut his right foot off. Same thing, I got a little bigger bag, put it in an ice chest, rushed it to the hospital, and they said, "Look, we don't want you coming down there no more with that. We're going to call them, what is it, OSHA or whatever it is, go check Harold's place out there." And I said, "Well, you got to help my buddy Ben, because he walks slow enough as it is. I don't know how he'd be with one foot missing." So anyway, Dr. Jimmy and Aaron went to work, put that foot back on. I saw old Ben, he was walking. This is how he usually walked. He was walking like this. When he got that new foot, he was proud of his new foot. But the fourth victim, he ain't here. He fell in that saw and cut his head off. I got one of them 2-gallon Ziploc bags. This is a true story. Put it in an ice chest. Got me one of them Yeti. I thought it was a Yeti cooler that they gave me down there for a fishing gift, and all it was an igloo, and I think Jimmy wrote on there with a magic marker, YETTY. But anyway, I put the man's head in that ice chest in a big old bag, rushed down to the hospital. I called, told them I was coming. I said, "I got a bad one for you this time." They both ran out there and met me right there in that shed where the ambulances pull up. I said, "Can you help him?" They both examined him real well, and they said, "Well, Willie P, we could have helped him, but he's suffocated in this bag." Harold ever pay y'all for all that? And then, let's give these two fine gentlemen a big hand.